What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be taking another look at our stocks versus metals challenge, which is where we're investing the same amount into both investments to see which one can race its way to the value of an ounce of gold first. So far team stocks are in the lead, although we are still very much early days in this challenge, so it is absolutely anybody's race. So with that all being said and done, let's head on into the challenge. Let's have a look and see how we got on for this month. Alright, so as always then, we do start out the video with a quick check of the spot price. So as of the 1st of June 2026, which is when we invested new money for this episode, we had a spot price for an ounce of gold sat at £3,375 and 13 pence, which in turn gives us a spot price for a gram of gold at £108.51. So in all fairness, gold has stayed pretty stable this month, which is very nice to see, and hopefully that will reflect in the numbers later in the episode. Right, then moving over to our stocks to see how we performed last month. So first up, we've got our global market ETFs, which is a selection of all the global markets all bundled into one pie. So that one over the month gave us a rate of return of 6%, which is really good. So we're actually up 31.18 on the month, which is always good to see. Following on from that, we have our individual stocks. So first one up, we have SSE, which always was our superstar stock of the challenge, although unfortunately this month it's not been looking good. So yeah, over the month we're down 11.7%, so we took a loss of £6.20, which is not ideal, but unfortunately it is what it is. Next up, we have Imperial Brands. Following suit from SSE, they've also had a very rocky month by the looks of the charts. So yeah, they are also down 3.7%, which is £1.33. Next up, we've got National Grid. And same again, it looks like they've had a bit of a stinker this month as well. So they are currently down 8.9% over the month, giving us a loss of £2.41. So eventually we will get to some winners, but yeah, so far it's not looking good. Following on from that run of bad luck, we have BRWM, which done really well for us last month. That was the stock that won the bounty last month for the best rate of return of the episode. This time around, they've done another 6.8% on the month, which is really good. So we're currently up £2.70 on that one. Right, and then for the final stock of the recap, we had the one that we picked up last episode, which was FTC. And over the month, it's done an absolute madness. So on the monthly chart, we've had a rate of return of 34%, which is just crazy for literally a 4-week period. I must admit, partway through the month, I did see that as high as 91%. Admittedly, I probably should have just pulled the profits there and then had the extra money to spend this month. But either way, we still have a rate of return of 34% with a gain of £8.58. So over the month, I'm really happy with that. Although, like I say, being a super volatile stock, that could potentially bite us in the butt later in the challenge, but we will have to wait and see. Alright, so looking back over the results then, so the gold in the last video was £3,370.36. This month we gained £4.77. So our new spot price for an ounce of gold is £3,375 and 13 pence, making a gram of gold £108.51. Looking over the investments, and both investments up to date has had £679 and 3 pence invested into them. The total of the gold on the last video was £566.30. As of today, with the new spot price, the current value is sat at £542.55. So our monthly change is minus £23.75, meaning our total return is currently sat at minus £136.48, with an ROI of minus 20.1%. So although that does look bad on paper, being in the red. We have actually clawed back almost 0.5% on the ROI. So we are slowly moving in the right direction. Obviously, when you buy precious metals from a retailer, there is those premiums, and this is just the hurdle we're trying to get over at the moment, which isn't helped by the fact that since episode 2, the spot has dropped. So we're at a bit of a stalemate at the moment with the premiums and the spot price. But I can guarantee you that we will eventually see those numbers completely turn around, and it's only a matter of time. Moving over to our stocks, and they've also had that same £679.03 invested. The balance from the last episode was £699.51, and the value as of today is £731.11. So we've seen a monthly change of £31.60. So our total return is £52.08, giving us a total ROI of 7.67%. So yeah, really happy with the progress on that one so far. But unfortunately, and I hate to say it because I know you guys are all team metals through and through, but yeah, it's another episode to team stocks. Moving on from that one then, and this is the bit that I enjoy the most. We have the unboxing. So needless to say, inside of that one we have another 1 gram Tavex. So we are currently doing the Tavex subscription, so every single month we get a single gram of gold, and then on the 12th month you get one for free. But anyway, inside of that one we do have another 1 gram. I'm not going to show you in detail as we've seen it a handful of times already. Although something I did do, and this is partly why this video took a little bit longer to make, I was in the process of sorting this one out. So I actually 3D printed myself off a storage box. We have enough storage in there for 16 1 grams. So potentially we can fit 1/2 ounce in that one. Because up till now, I've literally just been storing them in the little paper envelopes in a little bag. Whereas now we can pop them in here out of the way, and then we've got the little lid to secure them when they're all in. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So yeah, something to work towards. So that'll be really cool to see that fill up over the months. Right, and then moving over to the purchases on the stocks. So we've invested the same into the stock market as we did the purchase price for that 1 gram gold bar. So as of the time of purchase, that cost us £130.02. So we invested that same amount into these stocks. So as always, the main bulk of the money always goes into the global markets. So this month is no different. So we did put £100 into the global market ETFs. Plus there was a couple of pence from the dividends that never got used up last time around. So we had £100.02 worth of that one. And then for the remainder budget, I typically do a £5 bounty to the best performing stock of the month. So obviously with a 34% return this month, the bounty goes to FTC. However, with such a big return on the month, I did just double down and put the remainder £30.02 directly into FTC. The trouble is, at the time of recording, the SpaceX IPO is about a week off. So that could potentially pump the stock like crazy, because obviously Philtronic and SpaceX have very close ties between the two companies. On the flip side, potentially before the IPO drop, everyone pulls all their money out to get into SpaceX. So yeah, this could potentially be a absolute genius move, or it could be my downfall. But obviously we won't find that out until the next episode. But either way, do you know what I mean? You've got to take a gamble in life. I've played it steady with the globals. So we've got a lot of global ETFs, which is our backbone and our stability of the portfolio. And then the individual stocks are just a little bit of like messing about money and try and make it more interesting. All right, I think that is it for today. As always, if you have got any stock recommendations, let me know in the comments below. Had a couple brilliant ones up till now, so it's always good to get your guys' input. And same again, there is still a few days left on the 212 offer. So if you guys do want to invest your very first pound and get a free share worth up to £100 for free, then I will link that link in the description below. All right, I will leave it there so I'm not waffling on too long. But as always, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the content today, and I'll catch you all over on the next one.